I
gaming
guess we get a little pre-show. Nice.
At a time when PC gaming didn't have a big seat at the table of summer gaming events. But hey, the PC is mainstream now. Some would say it's cool. It's also the most vibrant and interesting place.
Hold on,
Place to play games.
There we go.
Probably not a coincidence that other platforms look more like PCs with each passing year. To us, the last 10 years represents a golden decade for PC gaming. An era that has seen PCs enjoy the biggest library of games, continue to be the place where games are born and become more accessible to newcomers than it's ever been. And while we've got some time before the start of the PC gaming show, let's take a moment to reflect on the biggest games, genres, hardware, and happenings that shaped PC gaming in the last 10 years. Moment number 10. The Witcher 3 was a universally loved generational RPG. So let's hear what was so significant about CD Projekt Red's game, aside from Geralt being in the bath and repeatedly going back to that scene.
Sorry, I hit my mic.
And over again. In fact, let's head to Ted while I just get my PC out.
I was way more excited for Dragon Age Inquisition at the time. And I came to The Witcher 3 late. I got it as a Christmas gift from my parents that year. It was the first time I stayed up to 4 a.m. playing a video game by accident in I don't know how long. Like, I was in love with that game.
Yeah, I'll give him that. I've never
forum
really
guy
been.
who would be like, why don't they
I'm
make,
not
like,
really
an
Call of
open
Duty
world
person,
game, like the Elder
but even
Scrolls,
I could
but
tell
with, like, BioWare,
they
right?
tried their best
It's
to make
like,
this,
gee, man,
the
why
latest
don't
one
they?
look
And they did.
interesting.
The thing The Witcher managed to really nail was bringing Polish folklore to the masses. I remember
I
playing
need to
it
play
and I was like,
the
these monsters are like
campaigns.
pretty cool, really, aren't they? And then I went and read the books and I was like, oh, this is all like really faithful to the Polish folklore. This is actually awesome. To have a game that was
Yeah, I'm
so
not really
well
interested in the
received, and for it to
multiplayer.
be
I've
about quite, like, a
tried
niche
the latest
section of folklore is
free
awesome.
multiplayer.
I love that.
It was like everything
And,
I think on paper I'd ever loved or ever wanted from
I
an
don't know,
RPG.
it didn't-
Still love that game. Still revisit it.
It didn't really
2 years or so.
capture
Gotta get
my
fix.
attention.
Thanks, Ted. Stick around though. This isn't the only RPG that has raised the bar for single-player storytelling. Next on our list, a hardware innovation that has quietly made everything better for millions of PC gamers. Moment number 9. There have been many technological advances to PC gaming over the years, but
The Caddy Connect gives.
I think it's had a bigger
God,
impact than
Connect.
people actually expected it to.
Oh,
I think when
what
it
a
came
time.
Out, it kind of got overshadowed by ray tracing and other
Oh.
technologies, whereas DLSS has crept up on us and has actually been the more important, the more impactful thing. You know, you're taking a frame at a lower resolution than what you'd normally intend to run it at. You're upscaling it, but you're saving that performance, and so you just end up with
Yeah, I was looking
more
it up
performance,
earlier
and it feels like
for
a
the Call of
free
Duties.
upgrade. It's
Because I wanted
a
to see if
technology
maybe
that
me and Yomi could
has
do
sort
like
of
a
become
co-op campaign
vital
thing
in running some
through
modern games.
I think of DLSS as one of the most significant
Call of Duty
steps
games,
of like the 25-year
and,
evolution of GPUs, right? Like
apparently
the
there's only
graphics
like
got
2
more and
that
more
you can
detailed, it
actually
became
co-op
more of a
campaign
burden
on,
for our GPUs to render games. The solution to that was building
which is
some kind of
wild because
specialized
there's like
hardware
5
That
billion
lets us have better effects. We
Call
can
of
do things
Duty
like
games.
ray tracing and lots and lots of expensive transparency effects that typically would cause us to run out of fill rate essentially on the hardware, so that we wouldn't be able to render those effects at 4K effectively. Better image quality and really just improve frame rates for that given image quality too.
Now, we all love a comeback story, don't we? And the next game in our look back at the last 10 years of PC gaming rode expectations that were taller than a sandworm. It definitely got knocked off the sandy steed when the game released, but gosh darn it, it got back on.
God.
Moment number 8.
They're always so goofy as hell on
No
the
Man's
PC
Sky
gaming
was
show.
to me sort of like a tipping point game for this idea of like the everything game, that like people were so excited about the potential and really craved this idea of like this world you could be in and do like every activity you can imagine. And it turned out they had way overpromised what you were going to actually be able to do in No Man's Sky, right? Which was ultimately a game made by a very small group of people
Cool.
from players online. When a game does not offer what they've been led to expect, people got really really angry. That was not a happy moment, right? But I think at the same time, No Man's Sky has ended up being kind of the single best example of a game studio just buckling down and building out
Yeah,
every feature that they
find
had
it kind of
promised, that they had
funny
alluded to, that people expected, and then
that the
way,
technology
way, way more.
with
They just
Kinect,
kept building on
like
it
it's
and kept
actually been
building on it.
used
I think at this point we're
more
definitely
in
in
like
an era where a majority of games from the
other
biggest
scientific
competitive
fields,
multiplayer
like the
games
medical field
to
and all that.
smaller
It's
games from
been
small
more
studios,
helpful in
single player
that
stuff. Like it's all kind of expected to transform
than
over
it has
time
for
in
games.
some way. And that whole possibility owes a lot to the progression No Man's Sky made to this redemption story of success. Certainly, early access is one of the biggest examples of this, an extension of kind of the groundwork that No Man's Sky laid, with early access being a kind of permission that games give themselves to be less than perfect at launch and improve over time.
I think No Man's Sky ended up kind of being the game that people wanted Starfield to be, in terms of just how big it was and how many different things you could do in it. But that really just goes to show like how hard and how much time it takes to build that kind of game is, right? They couldn't do it at launch, but they could do it with 7 more years of work.
Moment number 7. Now, here's a subject I know a little bit about, unless you've read it recently, in which case I know absolutely nothing at all. But I have had a
Yeah,
front row seat to some of
unfortunately,
the
even
biggest
though
esports tournaments in the world.
I'm
And the
happy
last 10
for
years
No
have
Man's
been
Sky
extraordinarily good for competitive gaming.
and
You might have heard
the dev
recently
team
that, the
that they were able to
slightly
make the game
burst,
in the end that they
but
wanted.
It's a phoenix. It's coming back from the grassroots ashes. And
But
what we're
because
seeing are
they
publishers
dedicated
giving their games
fixing
to
it
tournament organisers and to the fans and
after
getting them to
launch,
put on new tournaments
it
like this.
became
And that is really how you grow
basically,
as a scene, having experts run them and having the best players
the
in the
perfect
world want to play in
excuse
them. So I
for
can't
everyone
wait
else to
be
do
in
it.
front row at a few more tournaments in future. But hold on, I know someone else who knows esports inside and out. Sean, how's it going over there in the studio?
Oh, Frankie, I'm doing great. I'm still getting all dolled up for the show later today.
Looking good, Sean. But do you mind sparing a crumb of esports knowledge?
Frankly, I'd be delighted to, even though I look a little ridiculous right now.
What do you make of the last 10 years?
The last 10 years of esports has been wild. Once the Overwatch League hit the scene and all of a sudden teams were entering in for 20, 30 million just to participate, it had this massive ripple effect across the entire industry, where you started to see team valuations spiking, salaries for players spiking, new leagues, coming out of nowhere that also had multi-million-dollar entries. And then in the last few years, we've seen the collapse of many, many, many of those, which on one hand is really sad and is really unfortunate. But at the same time, the one thing that continues to grow is people watching esports. When I first started watching, YouTube didn't even exist, and it still warms my heart, despite all the turmoil that's happened, just how much esports has grown and how much more it's going to grow.
Great to hear from my buddy and yours, Day9, who'll host the PC Gaming Show in not too long. Our next moment is barely in the rearview mirror, having racked up PC Gamer's Game of the Year award in 2023, along with many others. Moment number 6. When it comes to CRPGs, Larian Studios have rolled a natural 20 on the genre, creating a game that has had both immense fan and critical acclaim. But don't just take my word for it. Here to share his thoughts is Astarion himself.
The writing was so good, the acting was so great for so many different hundreds of actors that I think it was a pivotal moment in gaming standards.
You know who
and I
you
think it
are,
can
but
be seen
contain
for
yourself.
long-timers. You can achieve
Contain
this
yourself.
in games. It's one of those games that has given the player so much agency and freedom of choice to represent themselves in the game and be represented by the game the other way around, with people talking to you with preferred pronouns or your sexuality, etc., and your personal choices, good, dark, in between, grey area. It's one of those games that has done more than I think most games to give you that agency and freedom of choice.
It gives us like this type of freedom where we can kind of play however we want. There's no like one specific way to play, which is why it won Game of the Year for a reason. The amount of love and dedication for like the level designs, the challenges, the campaign, or even just the voice actors themselves. You can really see
I
that
also
they put a
love the
lot
dev
of love
team
to this project.
said
As
peace, we're
performance, to
out,
be able to play every kind of iteration you could possibly imagine of
because
the
they didn't
character
want to get like
is an incredible
basically
experience,
bought
because you don't just get to play
and turned into
one,
another
version
triple,
of the character. You get to play every
quadruple
version of the character,
A
which
machine.
is beautifully indulgent and really wonderful.
Thank you so much to Neil Newham. Our next reflection is a little bit meta. Well, not meta.
I know,
it's
I'm
more
working on it,
something. I
Yummy.
just mean that we're talking
I'm
about
so
the
pissed that I'm
platforms
having to
we're
wait
watching
even
show
longer than I
off.
thought I would to get a new PC.
Moment number 5.
It's very annoying.
When we talk about gaming as a medium, what's so interesting now is how blurred the line is between playing a game and watching it. Let's see what our experts have to add to that.
I don't think I've bought a game in the last few years without first watching someone play it on Twitch. It was my personal gateway into PC gaming specifically. I started to discover RP servers for games like Atlas, Red Dead and GTA. I watched modded gameplay of games like Skyrim and Minecraft and found specific PC games I wanted to try more than anything. Like at the time,
Yeah, that's fun.
I
That's
discovered
hilarious.
a whole new world through watching Twitch streamers play
Husband's like,
games.
fine, we'll do it
I wanted
ourselves.
to be a part of.
Everyone
Playing
immediately
games and then
leaves.
watching other people play them
Like,
deepens and enriches the experience that I have just engaging with games in general. And there's the element of community. It's so much fun to play a game and then just celebrate how much we love it with other people, and being in a chat and seeing someone else appreciate something that you love is just always a heartening thing to experience.
We have almost reached the start of the PC Gaming Show, where we'll have dozens of new game trailers and exclusive interviews, so stay tuned. Now,
Oh
as we
yeah,
look
I remember
back at
hearing
this
something about the
golden era
whole
of PC
AI
gaming, naturally,
AI
we lock eyes with some
art
pretty big
bullshit.
elephants in the room. Or actually, is that a llama? Moment number 4. You might be thinking that Fortnite is just for your nephew or for your kids, but let me tell you, as someone who hosts the Fortnite Championship Series, you'd be right, it's only 19-year-olds winning millions of dollars, but it's very fun to play with your friends. Here to tell us more about Fortnite are some real experts.
It was the first commercial battle royale to really make a mark. I think obviously PUBG had kind of run a mark that was everywhere. Fortnite launched.
I don't know why
and
the stream
honestly
keeps
was,
doing
like,
that. It
terrible
keeps
at
acting
launch.
like
It was
someone's
just a kind of crafty
blinking.
survival game. I think something that a lot of people don't really talk about, and the thing that's most exciting about its impact though, is that one, it introduced crossplay to everyone. Like Tim Sweeney and Epic really fought to make it so that every platform could play together, and now crossplay feels like kind of a standard thing for a lot of games. Which is great, obviously, for us on the PC, because then people can play with us without us having to go to the lesser platforms, obviously. But the other thing that it did really well
AI
is
art
they
jump
introduced
scare pose?
licensing into games in a way that's really interesting. Oh, hey, I'm playing
Just
Fortnite
just
with my
pictures
friend,
of
the
pencils,
Xenomorph
just
and
regular
Robocop,
pencils.
and any Marvel superhero you want.
One of the things I love about this era of gaming is it's a time when the corporate titans like Fortnite coexist with the comparatively
why
smaller
does the
games
stream
made
keep
by
doing that?
smaller teams, or even a particularly talented solo developer. Moment number 3. If the idea of battling illithids, quick-scoping scrubs, or slaying monsters isn't your cup of tea, then luckily for you, the last 10 years has seen the rise of the cozy game genre. To tell us more, here's Lauren Morton from PC Gamer.
I think Stardew Valley really just nails the customization element and letting you have so many paths through the same game. Like, it was definitely the seed for like a type of game that had never been big on PC before, and was definitely the start of people looking for more like wholesome games, cozy games. Like, proved that there were enough people looking for that like chill cultivating experience that they could make a game like that level of sensation that Stardew Valley became like sort of overnight. It felt like everybody who plays has strong opinions about who they should romance, whether they should go with the community center route or the Joja Mart route. Whether you want
I
to
find
be
that
a
hilarious.
fisher or a rancher,
People are
or
just
like some other path through the game, and
spamming
you have so much control
AI
over
folks
your
on there.
environment, how you want it to look. It just gives you that
just
sense
a regular
of
picture of a pencil.
personalization and
This
making a
is
space yours that doesn't
top tier
get old,
internet right
really.
there.
Thank you so much, Lauren. Doesn't it make a nice change to not be killing something? Moment number 2. You know, back in my day, communicating with our gaming friends over voice chat wasn't exactly simple. We had to hear our teammates eating while they rushed B on Inferno. We had to endure the shriek of Skype just to pair up with pals in StarCraft, and all I can say is never again.
Before Discord, there was TeamSpeak, we had Mumble, we had Pigeon, and it took an army of nerds to be able to put it together. And with Discord, like, anybody can just join it. If you have a phone or a PC, Discord is just there. I don't know why it didn't exist beforehand, but like, it's just been a godsend, honestly.
The thing about Discord for me as an independent developer is it's really made getting like live conversations with our community going so seamless and easy because everybody who talks about games is already on Discord. Amazing. And we have 10,000 people in our Discord. That's nuts. The problem for me with Discord is that if you have just 12 people in a Discord and they're all talking to each other, you're going to get drama. So that's the challenge
There's
for
always
game
gonna be
developers
drama.
is, yes, it's this incredible tool.
Always
it's
drama.
totally low-hanging fruit. Everyone has it, but you need to give resource to it literally every single day, and it's very, it's demanding. It's demanding, but I love my Discord, and they're my little freaks. So I wouldn't give them up for anything. We have also kept our forums open at the same time, though, just to like play the field.
Chatting with your friends online has never been easier thanks to Discord. And now, the #1 moment from the last decade. All right, we're nearly ready to start the PC Gaming Show. Who's ready? Actually, is Owl
69.
Let's check on him.
Hey.
Hey, Sean. How's it looking over there, buddy?
Yeah, the
You got your
AI
racing pants on yet?
peeps,
Frankie,
they try to make any
pants, but you
excuse.
just can't rush this kind of beauty.
Sean,
Baby
I know
grass
you're already
and
hosting
straws.
the show along with our friend Mika Burton, but can we steal a moment to get your thoughts on, the most historically significant thing that's happened in PC gaming since 2015?
For our 10th anniversary, Frankie, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Because when you think about a brand new release that's trying to do something more, bigger explosions, better graphics, maybe pushing some technical thing to the limit, like PUBG did not really run very well on release. Like I was getting 20 frames per second when I played, but it was so compelling and it breaks like 3 million concurrents. And then Fortnite switches its core gameplay away from that build a base and defend things at night into a battle royale and becomes the #1 game in the world. And I think that it was so impactful because it was like watching the birth of a new
God,
genre.
I actually remember
People
that.
did not
Like,
play
I was
shooter
never
games
really
like
interested
me,
in
had
either
such
one of
clarity
those
as to what
games.
you needed to be doing
But I
at
remember
all points in
PUBG
time,
get
and
like
there's
throwing a
100
fucking.
people in the game. I mean, again,
They got
don't
fucking
think that I
angry
played something
and they were like
that
trying to
compelling
sue
since.
the
Thank
Fortnite
you so much
peeps.
to Sean and all of our other experts
Because
for sharing
they
their
basically said
biggest
they
moments
just
with
copied
us.
and pasted
Read
their
more about
shit.
the 10 biggest moments in the last decade of PC gaming
Anybody
on
else remember that?
PCGamer.com and let us know your
Where
favorite gaming
PUBG tried to
moments
take
using
on
the hashtag
Fortnite?
PC Gaming Show.
Here we go, guys. It's kind of cool we got like a pre-show going over some of that stuff. I'm happy for them though that they have a 10-year anniversary because when they first started, it didn't. It was a slow start. They weren't as popular. Fortnite just say we played it. Oh my god. I don't know. I might actually have to drink alcohol.
It is
for
my
that.
pleasure to welcome you to the PC Gaming Show 2024. Once again, I'm absolutely thrilled to be your host. My name is Sean Day9 Plot. We've got another great show for you, packed with trailers, exclusives, and lots of surprises, but here is what I'm most excited about. Joining me once again is the inimitable Mika Burton. Get in here.
If I don't have to build, it'll be less.
So glad to be here
annoying.
and be a part of this milestone in the history of the PC gaming show. Seriously, like a whole decade covering the ever-changing landscape of PC gaming and all of the incredible games during that time. That's pretty impressive.
We've had a good run. 10 years is a long time, and if this show was a child, it would be slamming doors and belittling me in public and still asking for V-Bucks in Fortnite.
Yeah, well, before we take a look at the future of PC gaming, let's get a bit nostalgic and take a look back at some of our favorite moments from the last 10 years of the show.
Oh, dude. Cue the emotive montage music.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Oh, God.
Over the years, we've featured so many great games, some of which got their start right here on the PC Gaming Show. So, who remembers some of those gems?
I mean, I remember in 2021 when we turned a graphics card into a spaceship, or when we did various attempts to replace our host with artificial intelligence. It was an innocent time. We were so young and naive back then.
We sure were. And what about way back when the PC Gaming Show was live and we had developers players like Dean Hall and Warren Spector, and oh my God, look at baby Day9.
Oh, and I still look like that.
I mean...
And who could forget the PC gaming show
Oh, damn.
1969, live streaming from a surface of a little white rock that
Yeah,
we call
not gonna
the
lie, their
moon.
first
Hey, what?
their first shows were kind
I don't know if
of
it's my dwindling oxygen levels or the
a
fact
little
that
bit
my
boring.
internal organs are floating
They were still
weightlessly
kind of finding
around my
their
body.
footing, to be fair.
This game is making me feel very dizzy with excitement. Houston, anything new on the RPG front?
Hey, what?
And who could forget the PC gaming show 1350, a personal favorite of mine? Now, for fans of sticks and pebbles, prepare to lose thy stools for sticks and pebbles too. Developed by peasants and published by Microsoft. Simply boil some water to access it on Steam.
Sean, you know some of those things didn't really happen, right?
Oh, of course, Mika. I know. I'm not an idiot. Moon landing, sure.
What?
Well, we have some
okay.
more
Oh, for fuck's
exciting
sake.
news. No 10th anniversary show
Fuck's sake.
would be complete without our favorite Brit and gaming goddess. It's none other than Frankie Ward.
Thank you so much, Mika. It's great to see you and Sean again. And to celebrate 10 years, I even got us a little cake. But I do think I speak for everyone watching when I say, could you two stop goofing around and just get to the trailers already?
Well, in a second. But Frankie, riddle me this. Why aren't you, like, here with us?
Well, I'm kind of expecting a pretty special delivery.
Oh, I get you. Big Amazon order.
Yeah,
Can't
makes
miss
sense,
those.
yeah.
Sometimes you have to sign.
Right? Something a little more important. I'll be here with my unborn mind flayer having a watch party. And I'm just gonna chill out here on the couch, have some snacks, and be on hand to jump in whenever the mood takes me. Also, why are you standing there like a couple of lemons anyway? You should take a page from my book and take a load
I mean,
off.
it's cool. It's cool that they still have her technically hosting. They just incorporated it in a different way.
Frankie, I think you're onto something. I mean, this is
Usually,
way
if you
better.
get pregnant in the industry,
And
you like
know what? Thank you, chair scientists
disappear
everywhere.
I'm glad
into
you're
a
both comfortable
vortex,
because we've got a great show
only to
today.
return
Trailers to the most exciting
a little bit
upcoming
later
PC
after the
games,
birth.
exclusive world premiere announcements of brand new games, interviews, and behind-the-scenes looks at upcoming releases, and lots more.
But first, let's kick off this year's 2024 PC gaming show with 3 huge world premiere announcements. Here we go.
World premiere. Okay. What in the fuckery? I don't know what's going on. But it looks simultaneously goofy and majestic at the same time. No, this is definitely, this don't look anything like Minecraft. Well, I haven't played Minecraft since it was brand new.
From the creators
I don't know what they've put in Minecraft.
Kurzgesagt comes a new game in space. Meet the Starbirds. Help them claim nearby asteroids. You'll need to build stuff. You'll need to gather stuff. You'll need to connect stuff to other stuff to produce even more stuff. To advance your technology and reach for the stars.
I can kind of see that.
Countless asteroids. They're packed with resources and come in all shapes and sizes. Stay curious. You never know what you may find. Starbirds, coming to a solar system near you. Wishlist now on Steam.
Yeah, I had fun in Power World. I just, after about a week and a half of playing it, I had my fill of it. I mean, I'll probably play it again in the future, but about a week and a half of playing it, like I'm good for now. It's fun. Don't know any of these games. Well, I'm pretty sure they're all new IPs, new games. I think there's still world premieres and stuff.
Wow, Lorne Vale looks great. Fantasy world with post-apocalyptic vibes, guns, but also magic. Sign me the heck up. And actually, Mika, question for you. What do you think you would become in a lawless fantasy world? Seriously.
Well, I could see myself as like a ruthless bounty hunter, blasting away hordes of enemies with a 6-shooter, or maybe I'd become a silver-tongued traitor, you know, talking my way out of dangerous situations.
in any rush to go back to Power World. I mean, if I ever get the itch to go back to it,
I
probably will.
A dead body, you know?
Oh, well, that makes sense. I mean, I would die quickly. People have always said I look like the Disco Elysium bloated corpse.
Right? It really checks out. Well, in Lorne Vale, it looks like both of our visions can come true. Hey, now, Sean, since we're talking about fantasy games, lots of them let you practice alchemy, right? But how about a tycoon game that lets you practice alchemy?
Oh, Mika, is your clever wordplay indicative of me getting to brew my own beer?
You are so right, Sean. It is, but more than just that. In our next game, you build and manage a monastery, keep your monks happy, and create your very own ale recipes.
Oh, Mika, at last, a game that caters to my desire for medieval, mead-based monastery management.
Roll out the barrels as we raise a goblet or two to Ale Abbey.
World premiere. What the fuck? Barely trust. I can't. Okie dokie.
I think it's time, Red.
I told you, my name is Ringo.
Tell me again, how does this thing
By the
work?
power of Animu.
You just have to combine the words. Like this.
Super Fire King!
Found your weakness.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Careful with the face.
I guess it's just you and me now.
Seems that way.
I've never seen the stars like this before.
Well, make sure you put on your seatbelt.
My eyes, my eyes! Ugh. I can download the demo today.
Coming up in the PC Gaming Show.
God, is that another fucking card game? Okay. I don't know why'd they bother with it coming up, but okay. Yeah, I haven't seen anything I'm really hyped for. Not to say the games that have been shown are bad or anything, it's just not up my alley.
Zoe, I was beginning to think you'd never make it.
Yeah, I like card games, but
You were looking for answers.
it's kind of gotten oversaturated or something like that.
Passed in an instant.
There's too many coming out at once, basically.
I once served your father. I helped him lay the groundwork for everything you see here. I am Savi. Welcome, Zoe.
Okay. Don't really... That gave me nothing, I mean... Oh, no.
We need to move. Oh, come here.
This looks hilarious. Fallen Aces.
thugs like you were all the same.
That looks
an
kind of
offer that
interesting.
you can't refuse. So, how about you, good fella? Are you ready to get your knuckles bloody with fallen aces?
Well, Mika, I'd rather use a lead pipe. You know, because I have these fragile RTS digits.
Yeah, okay. Well, good news, Sean.
RTS
You
digits,
will
oh my
recognize our next game, Stormgate, a real-time
Tell me
strategy
a
game.
mystery
It's
game to
giving
play?
off some big StarCraft vibes, which is not surprising since it's being made by a team of former StarCraft developers. And hey, Sean.
Yeah.
You've played StarCraft like an hour or two, right?
Oh, yes, Mika. I played maybe even 3 hours. I even dipped a toe in a little bit.
Crazy.
But now for all you
Oh
RTS
my
fans out
God.
there, heads up, because with Stormgate, we've got a lot more than just a trailer. We visited the developer Frost Giant Studios for a close-up look at their new RTS. So get those hand stretches going, prop up your gaming chair, and stay hydrated. Prepare to do battle in Stormgate.
Before the Infernals invaded us on Earth and destroyed human civilization, they engaged in battle with their sworn enemies, the Celestial Armada.
Ew,
Angelic
no.
form merged with advanced technology. The Celestials fight unlike anything we've seen, harnessing both light and darkness. They have new ways to mine resources and centralized army production. Their flying arc ship cascades power, which they use to expand infrastructure, energize their army, and enhance their abilities.
Enemies beware.
Now, the Celestial Armada is here. Earth is the latest battleground, and the war, it's just getting started.
Baby's first RTS.
The Celestial Armada is this dying alien race that is moving through the galaxy, and they are ancient beings that stretch back to the origins of the universe itself. And everything from their beings to their civilization to where they live is technological.
Maybe I should play
and
this if it's
we
Baby's
love
first
playing into that
RTS.
mechanically with how they
I'm
express
still a
themselves
noob
on
when
the
it comes to
battlefield in the
RTS
game.
games.
With each faction that we develop, we start with a core identity. The Vanguard, we have this plucky human resistance. They're about adaptability, and with the Infernals, we really explored the idea of a unit-focused faction that could have a different way of summoning their troops into the battlefield. With the Celestials, when we started out, we really wanted to push a lot of boundaries, and we thought, how can we make a building-focused faction? And also a faction that introduces map-wide mobility. They are anchored by this idea that they're descending into the atmosphere from the Celestial Armada. And so when you're playing as this faction and can build structures all across the map in different places very easily, in many ways it becomes this strategic dance about where the conflict is playing out on a map. So we've kind of shifted the focus onto the buildings themselves. There's going to be a lot of emergent gameplay that players will discover on their own that we are not planning for. And that's actually what we want from the Celestials, is we want to give players a bunch of options, a bunch of flexibility, and a bunch of interesting toys to play with, and then see what comes out the other side. And if you're the type of player that really likes coming up with this innovative way to outsmart opponents, the Celestial faction is designed for you.
With Celestials, we've really done something that is pure original thinking from this team that is not something that we've seen before in a real-time strategy game. And it took a lot of iteration to get to the point that it felt balanced and where it felt correctly comparable to the other two races.
Stormgate is a Blizzard-style RTS, and so by saying that we're continuing the legacy of Warcraft and StarCraft, we're really looking at that core RTS experience. But we really believe that even within a Blizzard-style RTS, there's a lot of room to innovate, and there's a lot of creative boundaries that can be pushed to bring new styles of play and new experiences for players. And so we are really excited about bringing a lot of new ideas into the genre. We want you to have this asymmetric experience where playing one faction or another faction really feels
not
almost
because
like a
I
different
wasn't
game
interested.
entirely.
I just
our technology runs at a
Never
higher tick rate than any real-time
got
strategy game that's
into
ever
the
come before.
genre
In a
itself.
nutshell, essentially what that means is, as a
Until
player,
recently.
the time between clicking and seeing their actions take place is faster than any other RTS game that's really ever come out. As a player, it just feels really, really good to play.
One of the biggest design challenges that we faced with Stormgate is creating a game that maintains the high skill gameplay that has been the heart of RTS for so long, but still provides an on-ramp for new players coming in that doesn't scare them away. It's okay to be a high skill game. It's actually a good and appealing thing. We never want to water down that aspect of RTS, but we talk a lot about lowering the skill floor, which means making it more approachable for new players coming in without taking away the high skill elements of the game that make RTS so exciting. Early access is much more about bringing the community along with us and benefiting from that feedback that the community provides us to really make the game what they tell us they want. We've been having conversations with the community, and together, hopefully, that we really are able to craft something that feels collaborative. We're sharing it at a much earlier stage than any game that we've worked on in the past.
I don't
but
know
it
what
is
show
a
in
better
that
way to
pizza
make
party
games.
they
I
had was
believe
supposed
that
to show us about
Stormgate,
the game, but
as
okay.
it evolves, will turn into something that is literally the best game that we've ever worked on as a result.
We hope you've enjoyed this exclusive first look at our Celestial faction. Stormgate's free to play, it's available to everyone, and we'll be launching fully into early access on August 13th. But you can join us before then on July 30th by going to Steam and picking up one of our bundles that's available today.
Okay. Hey, for the low price of
Douse me in
free,
ethereal light and
I'll
mine
give it
my
a shot.
minerals. I am beyond excited for Stormgate.
Hey Sean, if you're excited for RTS Madness, wait until you hear this. I've been using pretzels to scoop up my ice cream instead of a spoon. Pretzels, they're like spoons you can eat.
Oh, solid logic, Frankie, but why are you telling me this now?
Love it.
It's strategy, Sean. Optimum watch party strategy. No spoons, nothing to wash later.
Okay,
Get
now
it?
I want pretzels.
Here is another example. Let's say someone knocks on my door during the watch party. A regular person would get up and answer the door, but me? I just hurl this brick through my front window, and whoever was knocking runs away in terror. Bricks, they're like spoons you can throw.
I feel like I'm really starting to get you, Frankie. A window brick sounds totally overpowered. I think you're onto something.
My point is this, it's a really exciting time for strategy games on PC, and we've got so many more to show you today, starting right now. All you turn-based tactics fanatics out there do not want to miss this next one.
It's always Mars. Always be something happening on Mars. Not really my kind of game, but it looks cool. Yeah, it's it's usually not 10 out of 10. It's Mars for some reason. There's plenty more out there, guys. Oh, fuck it. Here we go. Here's this fucking card game. I don't think it'll be a bad game or something. I'm just so... I'm so tired of just seeing all these card games. It's too much. It's too much. 20 billion coming out at once. Okay. I'm so tired of cartoons.
When the demon looked upon the earth, it was the look of death.
So Kamla is really trying to summon a demon from another dimension. What a twat.
The primary mission is to sabotage Kamla's operation at any cost.
A splendid hiding place.
That fucking scream. That iconic scream.
How about a little switcheroo?
You got equipped with thinamajigs too.
You're not the only one with tricks up your sleeve.
Tight passages, traversing the rooftops, will require some cunning.
Don't mind me.
Did you just melt him?
It's an incredibly complicated chemical reaction, but yes. Impressive.
Terrifying.
It has its uses.
I've caught glimpses of a strange machine he's been working on. I have no idea what it does.
We'll keep it simple then. Stab and shoot our way to the off button.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting.
They said that a career in archaeology would be uneventful.
Sumerian sleuths. I have no idea if I pronounced that right.
Stealth Tactics, a ragtag group of scientists, and a werebear. What a great world premiere trailer. And speaking of trailers, Mika, we've had a ton of them on the PC gaming show over the last 10 years. You want to hear some stats?
Oh my god, is Master Chief a Covenant killing machine?
Has and always will be, Mika. And in the first 10 years of the show, we piped into your hungry little eyeballs over 79,018 seconds of exclusive PC gaming content, streaming in a plethora of languages and regions.
And that's not all, Sean. We have worked closely with developers to provide exclusive behind-the-scenes content and showcase some of the most exciting games of the past decade, all of which can be found over on our Steam page.
Indeed. And hey, how about a few more of those stats?
Ooh.
According to chat, a whopping 98.7% of viewers tuned in live right now want us to hurry up and get on with the next trailer.
Oh.
So hey, can't argue with facts.
No, you can't.
Hey PC gamers, my name is Dave and I'm the director at Mighty Yell, and if you know us, you know we like to make things that are weird, uplifting, and fun. With those things in mind, I cannot wait to show you our brand new expressive dance battle adventure, All Systems Dance. All Systems Dance takes the fun of freely dancing and moving through a space, combines it with some tense arena combat and a heartfelt and funny story, all in the name of taking down an evil corporation. Look, we want to make a game about dance because
it's always an evil
we're not the greatest dancers. I'm not. But that doesn't matter. The thing about dance is that everyone can dance. And if everyone can dance and dance is what you need to save the world, then maybe everyone can save the world. I'm going to let the teaser speak for itself, but please go to allsystemsdance.com for more information. Thank you for watching this, for being a part of this with us. And remember, the revolution will not be choreographed.
Welcome to Port Tomorrow, a perfect place for every Whoosh citizen to work, socialize, and relax. We here at Whoosh have thought of everything, so you never have
for this before.
Don't believe their marketing and don't believe their messaging. This is the face of Whoosh. Look around. We are all trapped here on this island. We are being watched and we have to fight back. I know they outnumber us, but we've discovered their weakness.
For this,
their weakness
yesterday,
is
I
dance.
believe.
Dance reprograms them. Dance makes them see us as more than just a number on a spreadsheet. You have to dance. You have to dance like your life depends on it. Take back control, free yourself, and feel the movement. The revolution will not be choreographed.
Yeah, we saw that yesterday. Did that say not Max? This is not Max. Damn. That looks intimate Western. Intimate Western. I guess good for them. I guess so many people were interested in playing their demo for their game, they added more to the demo? Or the game itself? I don't know. For free? That's cool. Good for them. Yeah, it's a demo updating it.
Atlas 1-1, this is Zeus. Do you copy? Over. We've detected the anomalous presence in the Iron Corridor area. We need you to localize it and contain it. There's a lot of blue and red activity there. Do not engage. I repeat, do not engage. Your goal is simple. Search and contain the anomaly. I repeat, search.
Oh shit. Oh hell no. Hell no.
Atlas, do you copy? Respond, Atlas.
Oh hell no. Hell no. Yes, some SCP
Okay,
up
Mika,
in here.
pop quiz.
But I didn't study, Sean.
Quiet, listen. Let's say you find yourself face to face with a huge mutant super soldier whose arm has been replaced by a chainsaw.
Okay.
What do?
Well, if I were a mad scientist working for an evil mega corporation, you know, like you do, I would probably replace its other arm with a grappling hook.
Oh my God, perfect, because that means you would fit right in at Tripwire Interactive, who have been working for years to bring us the next installment in the Killing Floor series. Now, for those of you who didn't know, the franchise has been a huge staple of the PC gaming show since its inception back in 2015. Tripwire have actually been at 9 PC gaming shows. In the upcoming sequel, players will face off against a new upgraded generation of Zeds in this long-awaited co-op horror FPS.
And the Zeds aren't the only things that have gotten an upgrade. To learn more, we visited those mad scientists at Tripwire Interactive for this exclusive look at the guns and gore of Killing Floor 3.
Who's ready for a bit of fun then?
Fuck them up. Flamethrowers everywhere. Not the butts, not the booty cheeks. What if COD Zombies, but way better? I mean, you would know, I've never played COD Zombies, so... I have played Killing Floor, though. And it is fun.
Action horror would be
It does
the
suck
thing
that it's not
we
coming out
focused
this
on
year,
from the
but
beginning
next
with
year,
Killing Floor 3. It was really about science gone wrong. I mean, even like, look at this set, right? As a kid of the 80s and 90s, I just loved the Dark Horse Aliens and Predator comics. There were some elements in there about trying to create biological weapons set in a thematically dystopian themed world. So we wanted to tie that in. But from Predator and Aliens, one of the things that you see the most is basically a group of well-trained badasses who have to use every single bullet, every single grenade, every single weapon to handle the things that they're being faced with, these kind of insurmountable odds. Those moments are what motivate us, and that's when Killing Floor is at its best.
There's just a combination of just so many small elements that we've improved over Killing Floor 2 experience. We've increased the amount of Zeds that are in the world at one time, so the battle feels way more epic.
We knew we wanted Zeds to become more challenging. We're increasing how they get to you, how they damage you, so the cone of danger has essentially increased dramatically. Anywhere on screen Zeds can be, so I have to kind of keep my head on a swivel and really learn how to prioritize my targets. It's not essentially what's closest to me, but what can get to me faster, what's going to do more damage. It's just more ways to kind of amplify not only the action, but that horror element as well in KF3.
We have like very detailed hit detection system now, and you can blow off any limb. Every bullet hole that hits it stays there permanently. Exactly where you burn the creature is where you'll see its flesh burnt. We actually have Zeds where you can blow limbs off and they'll keep fighting you if it's not a critical spot of that Zed.
Most of our Zeds have somewhat of a critical zone on it. So certain Zed tech, like on the flesh pound, on his back, on his chest, they'll glow. If you shoot that, it will explode off and expose like an inner critical zone that when you shoot will kind of deal the ultimate killing blow to that Zed. One thing that's always felt great in Killing Floor is shooting things in the head. We wanted there to be variety when you do that.
I mean, that's usually satisfying in
meshes so that it
any
can
shooter,
essentially
but yeah.
open up and kind of randomizes what that head could look like. There is the opening shot of Day of the Dead, where there's literally just a massive tongue and maybe like a few teeth hanging there. We're very big horror fans, so there's kind of like little Easter eggs throughout everything. That impact and that feedback and that variation makes shooting things in the head feel incredibly rewarding. We hope you enjoyed that exclusive look at Killing Floor 3. For more information, visit killingfloor3.com.
I know Killing Floor 2 is still going, but is Killing Floor 1 still going?
What a beautifully twisted and nightmarishly gory game. Yeah. I've already added it to my wish list, and look at this, Mika.
Oh.
I've also been in their Discord for 3 weeks.
Sean, that is the Discord for Cleaning Floor 3, the mopping simulator.
Oh, I mean, I was kind of wondering why there was so little chat about killing Zeds and so much about preventing streak marks on kitchen floors.
All right, let's leave Zeds behind because in our next game, there is a different type of mob filling the streets. Thousands of screaming sports fanatics. You can manage traffic, security, and logistics for athletes and fans in football tycoon game Coppa City. Here's the world premiere trailer.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering is if there's still games going like
this city
through
is
Steam
about
and all
to
that,
experience
through
a football game that could be the greatest it
the
has ever
publishers
seen.
and the devs
You are
themselves,
responsible for how it will go down
or
in
if it's just
history.
like
Get ready to host the biggest
fan
clubs from all
servers or
around the
something.
world. You will have to manage every single detail. Prepare prepare for thousands of fans swarming your city. Filling the streets with energy you can only get from football fever. But remember, safety is our top priority.
Sports ball.
It's all in your hands. Can you find the right balance?
The fans are getting excited, but the pressure on the organizers is rising.
Can you give them what they want? Can you create a night they will remember forever? Everything comes down to your decisions.
Okay. This is definitely for a niche crowd, a niche fan base.
Host the biggest clubs, engage thousands of fans, create a football fiesta. Copper City 25, the first football tycoon.
Okay. World premiere.
Hope you come find me soon.
In the flowery lips.
I have lost you all. A storm blew you all away. I call on my
Same, Yomi. Like it's like sports, and I'm like my like I pulled the plug on myself. Okey-dokey.
Hey, Candy Narwhal! Dog with the face of the guy from the deli! Pinch Elfin Princess and Nightmare Clown!
Hey, what in the...
To play awesome games in my own fantasy megaverse! I hope I never wake up!
Stay.
Bad Clown! So what's up first? A little Halo capture the flag, or...
Have a lovely picnic.
Sure.
Kat, we've been talking. You do know about PC Game Pass, right?
PC Game Pass? What's that?
It's a membership that lets PC players play new and immersive PC games.
Like going to a PC gamer's dreamland, only you're awake and he's not here. Tell me all about it!
You'll get day one access to some of the biggest new releases, along with a curated library of PC games.
It even includes an EA Play membership.
And it's crammed to the gunnels with exclusive member benefits and discounts. If I were human instead of a ripped dream elf, then I'd use it to try games and buy them for less. Huzzah! Sick! Can I play with my friends? Ask them yourself! Huzzah! Cool! Multiplayer! So it's a gaming membership designed specifically for PC players, and you get all these awesome features for a low monthly price?
Exactly! You even get exclusive Riot Games benefits.
Thanks, guys. As soon as I wake up, I'm joining PC Game Pass. It's literally a dream come true. Better, even.
You know, it's not often often I get to say this, but that terrifying clown and his admittedly cute friends really know what they're talking about.
Oh, they sure do, Mika. PC Game Pass is a great way to try out tons of PC games without having to buy them at full price.
So true. Well, let's keep the show rolling with some more trailers.
Solver for Strange Scaffold, the studio behind El Paso elsewhere. We're making a covert revenge thriller FPS about a sick region turns down one last job too many and gets hunted across the North American wilderness by the military-industrial complex. And I was like, hey, can I shoot this promo here? And they said, well, it's Texas, of course we can hunt you. And I said, what's that? The one thing the games industry needs more than a corporation that gives about developers and their players is WASP slander. Now, I could tell you about how Strange Scaffold, the studio behind El Paso elsewhere, is making an exciting new action game, but if you get anything out of this next trailer, I hope it's that WASPs are evil bastards and they should be shot on sight. Thank you.
What?
Where are you hiding?
First of all, what the fuck? Second of all, why does it look like he just moved in there? Or he's like in an empty apartment or something?
Well, come on out, you big bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very TikTok-esque.
Agent down! Boarding spotted! Boarding's here! He's going for the head!
Be careful what you wish for.
Nope.
The cataclysm left us broken. Lost. But we rose, piece by piece. Night after night. They broke us once, but I see no broken souls today. I see a people carved from stone.
This is very dramatic.
And with this stone, we will rebuild.
Cataclysm.
Coming up in the PC Gaming Show.
Listen, I don't care what you were doing back on Earth, shooting hobos in tracksuits or sweating in a bush in some godforsaken jungle. This is nothing like what you've ever faced. Our intel confirms enemy operators deployed in the AO. And it seems like those alien freaks can be killed with light. Keep your mission objective a priority, and I'll see you on the other side. Moving out.
Damn.
Excellent work as always, Day 9. What's up, everybody? I'm Tasteless, and I am joined with David Kim and Artosis. Today, we're going to be talking to you about a very exciting new game, Battle Aces, a fast-action RTS.
Yeah, so let's get right into it. So this first building that you see right here is my core. This is where my units train out of. And also, if I lose the core, then I lose the game.
It seems like in this game you can expand like within seconds of it starting. Is that correct?
Yeah, so right when the game starts, you have enough resources to either expand, tech, or build an army to attack with.
You know, something that we keep seeing show up on this screen right now is that intelligence bar. This is one of my favorite things about Battle Aces, where you can immediately see not just your unit deck, but your opponent's as well, and start strategizing from the get-go.
For sure, and not only that, I can also see the precise, I guess, tech progress of my opponent and vice versa too. So we can strategize very precisely in this game.
So with these unit decks, you can make almost any combination of units. How many units exactly are in the game Battle Aces right now?
Yeah, so we have 45 units planned for the closed beta, but we'll be adding new units every single season, so the possibilities of strategy will be endless.
Now, I notice here on the intelligence bar, you can see you're teching up, your opponent is taking that faster third base.
I'm so new to the RTS genre.
Tech-oriented game, whereas your opponent is playing a bit
tell if any
more
of this
fast-paced,
is
right?
good or
Like he's
not.
running around, he's doing the attacking while you're doing the defending.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the different types of strategies that can be used for different players?
So in this specific game, I'm trying to show off a more easier way to play. So you'll notice that I'm not really clicking all that much kind of thing. So my basic strategy is in tier 1, I have these recall units that can teleport back to any of my bases, making it a very easy defensive option. And I'm straight teching to king crabs that are very strong at harassing enemy bases and expansions.
Now, game timers and RTSs is not like a new thing, but what's interesting about this one is that this game counter is counting down. What's the story with that?
Yeah, so we have a max game limit of 10 minutes in this game. So when the timer reaches 0, then the game will end, and the winning player is whoever has the higher score when that happens.
Now, we notice that the two king crabs you have, they seem to be on a stealth mission here. It
Revolutionary.
seems like you're skirting the bottom of the map, maybe going up for a little bit of harassment, a little bit of
I keep hitting my mic, I'm sorry.
Yeah, for sure. So I sent 2 to the back so that I can take down one of these bases, hopefully, and while playing a defensive game, but the enemy noticed that, and because he was kind of off position, that's why he went all in on my third base.
Yeah, it looks like he will end up killing off your third base here, and in fact brings in a huge army, but it looks like you will defend, unfortunately losing that third base.
Yeah, but I do have a bigger army, and I was able to save those 2 king crabs and bring them back, so I'm feeling pretty good about this massive attack right here.
Yeah, it looks like you're pushing forward, and that is a very scary army with that many king crabs. Let's see how you end up doing. It does look like it's going to end up being a rout, even taking down his flying units there. It looks like you've done a great job this game, David. And
I'm not gonna lie.
you know, I
This
gotta
is
say,
making
guys,
me
I've played a
sleepier than
lot
I
of
already
Battle
am.
Aces, and if you want a more in-depth look at the high skill expression available, check it out at playbattleaces.com.
And we'll be starting our beta very soon, in a few weeks. So please make sure to sign up for the beta while you're there at the site.
got betas now.
And be sure to wish list it on Steam. Thank you so much for joining us. That's all the time we have. Day 9, back to you.
Thanks, Artosis and Nick Tasteless Plot, my literal brother that refers to me by my internet moniker.
Well, now, Sean, Frankie told us there'd be a lot of great new strategy games in our show, and you know, she was right. There has never been a better time to be a PC gamer and an RTS fan. And with the lightning-fast action of its 1v1 and 2v2 modes, Battle Aces is a big reason why.
And
next up, Citizen Sleeper 2.
Wait, I'm sorry. I thought I was
no,
gonna...
I thought it...
It's me, right?
No.
Well, look.
Okay.
If you don't mind, I'm a little mixed up, but
go for it. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
The world of a malfunctioning android housing the digitized consciousness of a human being can be treacherous existence at the best.
I was supposed to introduce that trailer. Me, Mika.
Really?
And then he just swoops in and steals it. Ho, you've made a powerful enemy today.
Mika, is everything okay?
Yeah, what? Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
Okay,
Leave her
great.
alone. She's
As
having
I
an
was
inner
saying,
monologue.
This new installment.
Keep talking, Day 9, and you won't have 9 days left after I...
Look, Mika, we can all hear your thoughts.
How?
Well, yeah, you recorded them earlier, you know, in the voiceover studio. I mean, that's the audio that's getting piped into the studio right now. Guys, can we go ahead and mute 003 Mika's internal rage.wave right now?
You got it, Sean.
I'm sorry, I just, I really wanted to introduce the trailer. I'm like the TTRPG girl.
Okay, you know what, honestly,
yeah.
totally fine. Go
You
ahead.
sure? Okay. You've lost your memory and there's a bounty on your head. This time.
Really?
Hey, wait, hold on. Where are my vengeful thoughts?
Oh.
Sorry, Sean. It got taped over with one of our nature documentaries.
All right, well, just play that, I guess.
Well, as I was saying, you've lost your memory.
Bolivian gulping iguana sounds its mating call.
Oh my fucking god. They're so
No,
fucking,
forget it. Just cue the dang thing.
so fucking
In
stupid.
all of
I
its
swear.
uninterrupted glory, here's our first ever look at the gameplay in Citizen Sleeper 2, which I got to
Can't
announce
take 'em
and
anywhere.
not Sean.
Wake up, Sleeper. We're in trouble. Lane's closing in, and we need this next contract to go right. But nothing's gone right so far. That contract Carson gave us was trouble from the start. Junie? I didn't trust her. Not for a moment. That derelict was a death trap. Suddenly, it was all over. But we've got to bounce back. We've secured the contract. So let's talk, crew. How about Mia? She was handy with that drone. Stopped the whole thing blowing up in our faces. Or Eugene. He's a loudmouth, but he's tough as hell. Although he did forget to tell us about Vesna.
I think I tried
Or we
the
find
first
someone
one
new, but new
a little
crew
bit.
have new problems.
It wasn't really up my alley.
Sleeper. So whatever comes at us next, just remember, nothing in the belt ever runs smooth.
Let's see. Demon School? Friday the 13th. I see what you did there. That thing? You mean the showcases and stuff? I know Ubisoft has a showcase tomorrow. I don't know if there's going to be any more besides that. I'm still waiting to hear if Nintendo's doing anything. To be confused with Phoenix Games, yeah. I wonder if Phoenix can sue. Well. Space Station 14.
Wish you could keep track of all the games you're seeing on the PC Gaming Show? Well, that's exactly what wishlists are for. The PC Gaming Show Steam page is a one-stop shop where you can fill up your wishlist with every single game we're featuring on our show. Make it quick though. We've got an unbeatable trailer coming up. That's no exaggeration. It really is unbeatable.
We're in the anime.
I say the lines, the syllables, got it memorized so I can make you stop. You treat me like a criminal, so why shouldn't I treat you like you're a cop?
The drama. Kinda reminds me of an anime. I can't remember the fucking name of. So bad at remembering names, y'all. Yeah, I've never heard of Space Station 13, so I don't know, maybe Space Station 14 will get people interested.
A double shot of exciting news. Core Keeper's upcoming 1.0 launch and Twin Stick Shooter's Odenfall coming to early access later this year.
Okay, Mika,
Not really
I can't wait to
alley.
show everyone our next game, and it's so exciting, I'm gonna need to stand up for this. Should stand up too.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
It's hard to think of a better combination than the team behind the gloriously gory medieval warfare slasher Chivalry 2 and this classic zombie survival horror game that started out as a mod for Half-Life 2.
Brace yourself for 8-player co-op, permadeath, and the terrifying cinematic experience of No More Room in Hell. So let's take a look.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna want to sit down for this.
But I just stood up.
So ridiculous.
No More One Hell 2 is a permadeath horror co-op game.
You start with a flashlight with no weapons, and you're exploring in the dark, and you're trying to find your first friend and your first weapons to get some safety.
You find more gear, you find more people. It's suddenly 4 players, 6 players, 8 players, up to that final showdown at the power plant, where hordes of zombies are pouring in and are using explosives and assault rifles to overcome that final challenge.
Like with Chivalry, combat is the first thing we focused on. Being Torn Banner, we want that game feel just really intense, and it's part of the immersion. Every run is different. We're looking at how do we deliver the Hollywood cinematic experiences. You know, how do we put you in a place that you've never been before, but you've always wanted to be? It's like a co-op game with consequences. And the fun becomes, how long can I survive the zombie apocalypse?
Okay. That's kind of cool that it all started with a mod for another game, so. It sounds like a pizza cutter. It's like pizza.
Friendly Mustang has arrived on the battlefield. Safety electrocute your radio transmitter.
Fucking scream sound, I can't. Okay. I mean, it depends on what kind of war shooter. But yeah, it's an understatement to say that there's a lot of war shooters. Hurts you everywhere. They're everywhere. Oh my god. Deck Builder and Battle Royale? Sick.
Peggy 18.
Hugo. Run, Forrest, run! Okay. That actually looks kind of interesting.
Vtuber meets parkour in Death Sprint 66. And here I thought the worst thing that could happen while jogging is jogging. Now, you've heard of motorbikes
Valid.
and motorboats, but how about motor brooms? In Crescent County, you can escape to a beautiful and wholesome island of witches, where you don't just fly around on boring old wooden brooms. You soup them up, trick them out, and use them for drifting, racing, and running a high-speed delivery service. Let's take a visit to Crescent County.
Real.
And now I'm beyond lucky to be joined by Crescent County's creative director, Anna Hollenreich. Anna, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here.
Now, that was a lovely trailer, and I'd love if you could just walk us through a little more of what we just saw.
It's kind of if you imagine Kiki's Delivery Service meets the Bikes of Kira, set on a rural witch tech island. It's a game about finding yourself kind of as a proto-adult, and I'm really interested in this question of how do you find home in a new space? How does a place become yours? By day, you're driving around the island making deliveries to the locals, and then by night, you're racing around the island with the characters that you've befriended along the way. Or, I don't know, maybe you want to get one of the characters to date you, but you need a bed frame because they have self-respect. I believe me.
You did the same. You took some personal experiences into this. It's so real. Okay. So talk to me a little bit about where the idea for Crescent County came from.
It's inspired by my first
She
ever
really said
proper
you ain't
video
getting up
games
all
job
on
where I moved
this
to the Isle of
if you
Wight.
can't
I
even
couldn't
afford a
stop
bed
doing this
frame.
witch tech mashup. I couldn't stop drawing it. I was going to Comic-Cons. I was selling art about it. And I've been working in big teams on things like Fall Guys.
Sure,
but I knew that if I didn't launch myself out into the unknown, I would never forgive myself.
So you're taking this big leap into making this game, and it's in the cozy genre. What sets your game apart from those?
So this is a delivery life sim game, right? But it's also got underground motorbroom street racing in it. I really love genre mashups.
Nice.
I think that they're so interesting. And I love making worlds that feel warm and lived in and loved, where people feel, you know, relaxed and safe. But also, if you want to amp things up, you can trick out your motorbroom to the point where you're almost flying and smash into your friends with all your sigil sticker powers.
What about it excites you the most, though?
We're really interested in making this island feel very relaxing to drive around, but also hiding all of these little shortcuts and jumps and boosts all over the place so that it can be just as intense and chaotic sometimes as well.
Where can everyone get their hands on Crescent County?
So this game means the absolute world to us. It's a bit of my heart, it's a bit of my soul, and if it interests you, please add it to your wish list.
Crescent County looks amazing, Sean, and it is just oozing with charm. I'm definitely making room for it at the top of my wish list.
And if you want to wishlist Crescent County and all the other great games you've seen on our show today, they're all located in one place, the PC Gaming Show Steam page.
Okay, it's time to put the brooms away as we take a look at some other wickedly good releases.
this looks mildly interesting.
My name is Sam Walker, and I am the last man standing. I steel myself for what's to come. I may not survive this, but at least I'll go down fighting. Fighting for a chance to make things right. Even if it's too little too late.
That one really didn't give us a lot. Okay. It's gonna be interesting to see Angry Joe's take on a lot of these. They'll mostly be like the triple, quadruple A ones, but they've been branching out, going into more like indie stuff, free-to-play stuff.
Set out on the journey, my child, and find your voice. For it is the sound of the instrument that soothes your father.
But I don't know where to go, where to search for it.
Play a note at the melody whereof a great sight one can cast. Other worse, whereby the heavy cup of wine one can cast.
Okay. Damn, them some muscles, girl. Yeah, this kind of looks like it'd be, pretty yummy. The question is, would your actual cats get jealous?
Hello, my name is Nicole He, and I'm working with Nereal and Devolver Digital to make the world's first first-person shooter, The Crush House. So in the game, you've been hired to produce 1999's hottest reality show, and your job is to choose the cast, film the drama, and give the audience what they are thirsting for. But remember, never ever speak to the talent. Anyway, all the different audience groups want to see different things, so let's see who's tuning in today. All right, we've got the divorced dads.
The only thing
They
I'm really
wanna see
interested in this is like
romances, meat on the grill,
there's
strong male
there
emotions,
seems to be implied
you
like
know,
there's a
divorced
horror
dad
twist
stuff.
to it.
And the fish freaks are here. We've earned money from ads, so let's put some fish in the tank for them. This is normal for reality TV. And the film students are watching, and they want to see all of this at a Dutch angle, of course. Hold on, but guys in the chat, let's see what they have to say. Pants are a prison for the ass, if that's what you want, Sir Mix-a-Lot. You know, if we combo all the different things that they want to see in frame together, the ratings will go up even more. Chat is loving it. And no matter how crazy the audience requests are, we have to satisfy them or else the show will be canceled. But don't worry if things do go wrong. This is reality TV after all. Just pick a new cast, start the season over, and maybe this time we'll make it to the series finale of The Crush House.
Yeah, the only thing I'm interested in that is to see if there's actually like a horror element to it, because it keeps kind of hinting at it. Yeah, I think I've seen something about this. And I'm not betting it's gonna be all over this one. It does look interesting.
Coming up in the PC Gaming Show.
I really don't understand why
When
they're
I
doing
say
the
I
coming
know
up
what it's like
stuff,
to wait
but-
for a big release to arrive, this particular download has been queuing for months. But fans of extraction shooters, and I'm talking about the extraction shooter, the one that kicked off an entirely new genre, don't have much longer to wait. Multiplayer FPS Escape from Tarkov has been in beta since 2017, but is now preparing for its heralded 1.0 release. Here's a look at what's
never
coming when the
interested in playing
granddaddy of extraction shooters goes gold.
Although is it this game? Escape from that had like a big controversy recently. I think I saw
Ну,
Angry Joe talk about
здравствуй,
it.
солдат. Давненько не заходил. Куда пропадал-то? Так ты на арену поддался, но все равно вернулся, да? Чемпион. Да, изменился ты. Но и у нас тут жизнь не стоит на месте. Конфликт в Таркове снова разгорается. И пока неизвестно, чем все это закончится. Похоже, придется тебе снова показать, чего ты стоишь, боец. Путь осилит идущий, так ведь?
Anybody play this one before? I was never interested.
И кто знает, может, у тебя и получится сбежать из Таркова.
Yeah. I never got into the hype of it. It kind of just passed me by. Never got interested. Ooh. These kind of games drive me nuts. They give so much anxiety.
If it's vengeance you want, I'll give it to you.
Oh, this is a
As long as Wu is free, your world is in mortal peril. Help me
Still not
steal
really
him
sure
away.
what it's about
Stem
besides
the tide of destruction.
fighting.
It's the least you can do.
Come at me! You're in my way.
Oh, my eyes.
Let's go! Come and get it!
Keep dopamine. All the shots are from in-game footage from Alpha build. Ticks, all the ticks. I don't know why that just popped up in memory in my head. It's like there was a game on I believe it was the first PlayStation where I can't remember the name of it, but I was obsessed with playing this tank game. Like it was nothing but tanks. That's all you did. It was tank on tank action.
Sounds like you're in trouble! You have 10 seconds! Destroy these damn robots! Okay, boss. Roger!
This game blows your mind.
So short review this one. With a name like that.
Sean,
how
I am
could
sad to say it, but we're not a million miles away from the end of our show.
What? Already?
Oh, wait. Sean, are you about to yell no and dramatically wave your fist at the sky?
No, I just thought I was gonna sneeze. Anyways, as you were saying.
Right, well, we don't have much left in the show, so it's time to...
Sorry, it turns out I am allergic to shows nearing conclusion.
Wow.
Well, as I was saying, it is time to share something very special. We are living in a golden age of city builders, and there's something out there for everyone. Strategy, survival, puzzle games,
I just remember being obsessed with this one tank
cozy,
game.
no-stress city builders.
And it's true. But
And
even
for
with
the
all
life of
city
me, I
builders
can't remember the
play,
name of
I
it.
can honestly say that we've never seen
I
one
would most
quite
likely
like
recognize
this.
it if
From
I
a very
saw like
talented
a
team of
picture
developers
or
who made games like
gameplay of it.
Mark of the Ninja and Gone Home. Let's watch the world premiere of Generation Exile.
Our generation ship was to travel hundreds of years across the stars so we could build a new world for humanity. We had tried to restore Earth's ravaged ecology. The desperate solution nearly wiped us out instead. And now it's on the ship. And it's growing. There are only a few thousand of us left, and we cannot repeat the past. In our ship's closed ecosystems, resources are finite. Nothing can go to waste. Every bit of scrap needs to be salvaged, reclaimed, and repurposed into what we need to survive. Materials, food, water, air. We might not always work well with each other. We might squabble, we might stumble, but we are all we have. As we're building a balanced ecosystem, years will go by like minutes. We must adapt to each other and to the unknown. We're not just learning to build a sustainable future. Everyone on board is living their own story, and your story will be different from mine. Can we escape the mistakes that drove us from our home?
No.
Because every decision we make
We're
now
doomed to repeat
will determine if humanity earns a
our
second
shitty
chance.
history. Nice, Eco. Yeah, it's definitely a game for where if you just want, if you're really not interested in actual gameplay, if you're just interested in walking simulators and
Generation Exile is
an
a
average
sustainable
story.
solarpunk city builder with a reactive emergent narrative that changes every single time the game is played. You are aboard a generation ship traveling for several hundred years, leaving a ecologically ravaged Earth behind, attempting to find a new home for humanity. And so rather than repeat the failings of Earth in the past, you need to find a new way to develop a society that is sustainable and can thrive.
Your job is to make sure that you shepherd humanity successfully to the destination planet, and that they live to get there, and there's enough people to keep humanity going.
Players' goals differ a bit from traditional recognizable city builders, where yes, you know, you're still having to provide the basics for your society, food, shelter, clean water, but there's kind of this unquestioned notion that we see both in a lot of
basically
strategy
a
games, but also
documentary
just
that's
in
going,
the world around
yeah,
us.
humanity's
where it's like,
dumb
oh,
fucks.
well, when we need more
They dumb as
resources, we
hell.
can just keep extracting, we can just keep growing and growing and growing. It's simply not possible to keep expanding forever. And that is a thematic element of the game for sure, but I think part of that has come from just looking at the industry around us, where all the goals are just like, what are the returns for the next quarter? You know, we see the harm that is caused by that single-minded focus on how can we extract as much value in the short term. And the people who are harmed the most by that are the thousands of people who in the last 6-8 months have lost their jobs, right? So as you make your way through the game and progress through the game, rather than just infinitely getting bigger, it's about becoming more regenerative, to like use only what you have around you because there's no external source of anything else.
Fundamentally, you're on a spaceship. You got what you got.
What we wanted to achieve is to take a relatively recognizable set of city building mechanic, but having more narrative and story elements there as well. Because the thing that is so rich about city builders is that they're so systems dense, and that game state is all very much driven by the choices and decisions
in this
that the
day and
player's
age
making.
when
But
information
the opportunity
is
then we saw is to
so
look at all
freely up
that
for
in the
grabs.
city building layer game state, and then
drag it out
You're
into the
purposely
narrative.
being an
Exactly.
ignorant
Kicking and screaming.
dumbass.
but in a good way.
In a good way.
Where rather than, you know, just like everyone's gonna play through the game and at turn 15, this thing happens, then at turn 25, this thing happens. Instead, you can just have authored narrative events that are reactive to whatever choices you've made, like weird ecology things that are occurring aboard the vessel, or
They're situations.
crises.
Yeah.
Small and large. We're able to provide the player the ability to make consequential specific decisions that are divorced from just the pure systems of the game, which then informs the events that will occur in the future, so that at the end, there will be echoes of the decisions you've made along the way. It should feel like the journey to get there is one that you uniquely experience, and the conditions that you finish with are ones that are reactive to all the decisions you made leading up to that point. The game can be wishlisted right now on Steam, and folks can also just go to sonderluststudios.com to sign up for our newsletter and learn more as we roll things out. There'll be more delicious tidbits in there.
Will they be delicious?
They'll be delicious.
How delicious?
Delectable.
A huge thanks to the good folks at Sonderlust for letting us take a look inside their new sci-fi city builder, Generation Exile.
It looks incredible, and the amount of love and work the team have put into it really shines through.
Now look, we are under no illusion that this last year has been incredibly difficult for so many developers in the face of thousands of layoffs and countless studio closures.
Today, we are so grateful that we have the chance to put a spotlight on many people really continuing to make games in the face of uncertainty.
And if there's any game you saw in our show or in
The
any of the other
ironic
many
thing
showcases,
is a lot of
we
layoffs are
encourage
probably the
you
ones that
to purchase
showed off
or
some
even
of their
just
indie
wishlist
games.
any of the games for developers that you care about. It goes a long way.
Next up, you'd think the sight of a house standing up and walking around on two weird, massive chicken legs would be horrifying. But when you realize it's taking some heavy witch vibes from everyone's favorite Slavic folklore character, Baba Yaga, it's actually
Baba
pretty
Yaga.
awesome. Reka is the base building exploration game you'd curse yourself for
I don't
missing.
know what's going on with the stream, but it's... It's kind of struggling, but not. Yeah, it does look, like it would be interesting. It's definitely got its own unique style. Like, come on. Prince, okay.
We aren't the only ones celebrating an anniversary. iBuyPower is hitting a major milestone of their own, having been around for 25 years.
Oh my god!
iBuyPower is a fully independent and leading
For their
manufacturer of
anniversary, they
high-performance
should
pre-built and
send
custom
me
gaming
a
PCs
free
based in
PC.
North America. As a special thanks for 25 years of powering the PC gaming community, iBuyPower is giving away one of their official VCT America's PCs. The
No,
RDY
not a
Y70
giveaway.
Valorant
Just give it to me.
VCT AR002. This bad boy boasts a hefty AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D CPU, a GeForce RTX 4070 Ti, and 32 gigs of DDR5 5600 MHz RAM. Did I also mention it's got iBuyPower's 240mm RGB liquid cooling unit? For your chance to win, head over to pcgamer.com/survey. And now, back to more trailers.
Meet the Lock Creatures. Their language brings them to life and expands their society.
We've already seen this.
Learn and spell their words, each with its own special ability to change the environment in deep and surprising ways. Play the Lock Digital demo available today.
I think
In a world where the top special forces
I think some of the newer
all just wizards for some reason.
graphics cards actually require them.
Not yours.
At least that's what I heard.
Hers.
I don't know if it's true or
Black
not.
Ops Chronomancer. Her team of needlessly fancy goons have brought the world
Needlessly fancy.
and only one group of mismatched rejects stands in her way. A disgraced retired Navy seer who can see every possible future, but can't remember his own tragic backstory. The freelance Storm Witch, a private investigator whose mastery of lightning is devastating unless her enemies aren't standing near windows. The Necromedic, a surgeon who turned to necromancy when she lost her medical license. She can heal you, but she'll have to kill you first. Rebel Riot Priest,
nice.
Heavy support. Faith is her armor. But she is also wearing actual armor. Together, there's no threat they can't stop. As long as they can get there by public transport, they can rewind every time they screw it up. And there's an easy mode if they need it. Tactical Breach Wizards. Coming to Steam August 20th. Demo available now. Also, could you wishlist it, please? Thanks.
Like, I don't know if this would be my kind of game, but I will give them props for their style and the voiceover.
I'm absolutely loving it. And don't forget, you can do more than just watch this amazing lineup of games. You can play them too. Visit the PC Gaming Show Steam page to wishlist all the titles you've seen on today's show, all in one convenient, clickable place. Now, do you love history? Do you also love lists with between 9 and 11 items on them? Then today is your day. For our 10th anniversary, we've counted down the 10 biggest moments in PC gaming over the past decade. You can see where your favorite moments landed by visiting pcgamer.com/10. Right, time to grab some friends and head for the sky, where you can turn floating islands into your personal skyships and soar through the clouds. It's co-op survival craft made cozy. Here's an uplifting look at Aloft.
Hello, I'm Manuel Bergeron, founder and creative director of Astrolab Interactive.
Yo.
It is my greatest pleasure to announce that we just launched a new multiplayer demo for our game Aloft, a sandbox survival game set in the sky. Take a look at our new trailer for a few more surprises. Enjoy.
God, how many trailers for this game am I gonna see? This is like the 20th one. And I'll say it again, it's an interesting concept, it looks cool, but I know I can't play it because I'll probably get frustrated and motion sickness. Yeah, this is one of those ones that I think looks cool, but I know I can't play. So hopefully someone I follow will play it. Serious anime vibes. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. That scared the shit out of me. I thought there was a person lurking out my window. Because I saw that someone, it looked like someone moving at my window out of the corner of my eyes. It just got windy outside and it pushed the tree to move. There's like a banana tree outside one of my windows. The big ass leaf, it looked like a person in the corner of my eye. It scared the shit out of me.
You bring the police to my door? To my rig?
I can sort this, right? I just need time.
Don't you answer me back! You're fired. You hear me? Fired.
Rude.
Jesus, Gregor! Gregor!
Uh-oh. Is this one of those scenarios where you wish you got fired the day before?
Dude, Hotel Galactic looks so cute, right?
Oh my god, it does. And honestly, I would just love to manage a bed and breakfast for alien travelers. I just worry that my quaint taste and timeless valence bedspreads just might not be suitable for interdimensional species tastes. I don't know. What do you think, Mika?
Sean, look at me. If anybody can create the cutest bed and breakfast for interdimensional space beings,
oh my god,
it's you. It's this guy.
Oh, you always care, Mika.
Oh, I know I do. And you know what else I care a great deal about? It's the developers at the Chinese Room getting back to their roots for more first-person horror. Still Wakes the Deep looks atmospheric as hell and positively chilling.
Amen to that, Mika. And hey, speaking of chilling, get ready to side-scroll your way through a 2.5D post-apocalyptic zombie survival with Into the Dead.
Set in 1980s Texas,
15,
you
20
are
minutes
charged with
past the
gathering
point where they said the
resources,
show is
managing
almost
party
over.
members, and crafting items, all whilst hordes of killer zombies try to chomp down on your brains.
And what's worst of all is that this is taking place during a scorching heat wave.
Oh my God, and as someone who lives in California,
A heat wave,
I can confirm
the true nightmare.
that's way worse than zombies.
I feel you. I mean, my family's Irish. I get sunburned by the moon.
Okay, but for real though, that's actually kind of that's actually kind of true. Yeah, Yomi, you don't do so good in indirect sunlight. Lovely.
Hi, PC Gaming Showcase. I'm Tanya from
What's
GetFox
up?
Games, and I'm here to show you 3 different games today. So let's start with Dwarf Fortress.
Hi, I'm Zach Adams. And I'm Torn Adams. We're the co-creators of Dwarf Fortress, inviting you to play Adventure Mode in open beta.
And we'll be adding tutorials and demigods later this summer.
While you're waiting, you can play Caves of Cud, the most intricate roguelike ever made.
Hello, we're Brian
and Jason, co-creators of Caves of Cud. After 15 years, the game is getting its 1.0 release later this year, but out today is the spring molting patch with its all-new UI. Live and drink.
And our final piece of news today is a whole new game to announce, a world premiere for the PC Gaming Showcase, Streets of Fortuna.
How will you survive in Fortuna? Will you be a thief? A cook? A smuggler? An artisan? A trader? The city is a richly generated sandbox, each citizen living their simulated life. Use knowledge to your advantage, romantically or politically. Live your other life in Streets of Fortuna.
Eat some grits with valor. Until my name bugs people use now. I mean, it's more scary than bad. Oh my god. These space animations, what the hell? Oh shit.
That was the rise of the Golden Idol, once again inviting you to unravel the truth being a tangled mystery. Now, take a look at a game from our friends at Hooded Horse that combines turn-based strategy with real-time exploration.
What?
Here's the new trailer for
What?
Every Day We Fight.
Why not just Why not just make the cake?
While our countries were at war, the Rifters came. They put a dome over the city. Suddenly, almost everyone was frozen. Just a few of us were left.
Not soldiers, just ordinary people.
You know, I never used to like guns.
Is this XCOM?
Are we alive? I could swear I just got killed.
This is either XCOM or it's like heavily inspired by it.
I think we jumped back in time.
Makes cookies both ears. Oh, I ain't never done that before. Didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, I would just make the cake. Looking a little janky.
Velkomin í verndarvættatölu.
Not gonna lie, it looked a little janky. Oh, damn. Yeah, it's definitely becoming a popular style for games right now.
Hi everyone, this is Dave, Community Manager on Windblown, the upcoming action roguelike from Motion Twin, the creators of Dead Cells. These cute characters here are the Leapers, who live in the Ark, a peaceful village now threatened by a massive vortex of doom. So, they train up and become fearless warriors to fight back in an attempt to save their world. Using a cool thruster, you can dash at lightning speed, letting you dart across the stage, dodge out of enemy attacks, or find new areas and secrets. Through each run, you'll be able to equip different gear and upgrades, creating powerful synergies between them. For example, switching weapons at the end of a combo will let you unleash a super powerful move called an ultra attack, if you can time it right. Jump online with up to 2 other players, meaning you can mix your builds with your friends and find the best combinations to carry you through the diverse biomes. Windblown will launch later this year into Steam Early Access. Player feedback is super important to help us craft a game that you guys will love to play. So join us on Steam for the latest updates and information, and how you can join in on the fun. See you soon in Windblown.
Folks, we are in the final stretch of the 10th anniversary PC Gaming Show, but that doesn't mean we are winding down. We are, in fact, amping up.
That's right! We're wrapping things up today with not 1, but 2 world premiere trailers in a row. It's like buy one, get one free world premieres.
No, Sean. That coupon expired in 1989, so we won't be getting
well, that's too bad.
I love how the sub. I love how the sub said 1999.
A free world premiere.
Look at this guy. Thanks to Sean's Grandmaster level card play, let's check out 2 big world premiere trailers to cap off our show.
Let's go. World premiere. Oh my god, a little friendly bonding by creating a cult. Just a little bonding with your friends with cults. As you do. World premiere. Okay. Again, bait.
And that is a wrap on the PC Gaming Show 2024.
Oh, so you're actually
We had
wrapping
such
this time.
A great
Okay.
time showing you all the exciting PC games headed your way. And we're especially thrilled that you could join us for our 10th anniversary show. And I mean, if you've been tuning in to watch our show for 10 years straight, thank you so much.
Well, not all the 10 years, but I was here for most of them.
And if this is your first time watching, just watch this show like 10, 20 more times. Make up for all the ones you've missed and for the future ones.
That's 100% how the coupon works.
Right, and the punch card.
We can't forget to say goodbye to our brave captain of the watch party, the amazing Frankie Ward.
Guys, it's been a great show and I had an absolute blast. Before we go,
Sitting comfy on that couch eating
huge
snacks.
thank you to all the game developers, artists, designers, writers, voice actors, and everyone else out there working so hard day after day to create games we all play and love. We appreciate every single one of you.
Absolutely, Frankie. And don't forget that you guys at home can wishlist every game you saw on our show today by visiting the PC Gaming Show Steam page.
Thank you so much again, everyone, and we'll see you again in November for the PC Gaming Show Most Wanted.
Heck yeah.
Bye.
Nice. Okay. A little bit of a wait. Okay. Bye.
That's other hand. Oh, bye.
Oh my god.
Goodbye now.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.
Fantasy world with post-apocalyptic vibes. Let's go back. Get this camera away from me. We're going back to the start. Here it comes. I got it. This is the take.
I've got us a little cake to celebrate.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I know how to read. Whoa. What the am I doing? All right, one more time. Here we go. Atmospheric as balls.
Atmospheric.
Are we allowed to say that? Is that helpful?
Sweaty balls.
Woo. I don't know why that's the noise I chose to make, but whatever. And published by Microsoft. Surviving of this f***ing surviving. I know, I just tripped it. All right, I can do it again. Cue the upbeat soundtrack. I was drooling all over my face for some reason.
So how about you, good fella? Are you gonna get your knuckles bloody with fallen aces?
Oh, Mika, I prefer.
Oh. How about you, Sean?
Wow.
Do you want to play Windows loading screen?
That was dumb enough for me. I'm
Wow.
ready for the next one. All right.
When the PC messes up on the
I thought you were gonna
PC
say,
gaming
"Angela,
show.
Go f yourself. And I was like, oh, that's a sign off.
We love that. We love that.